What's up everyone, my name's Sammy the Boy and I'm a senior athlete walking through the exact process that helped me get recruited. If you're trying to play football at the next level and don't know where to start, this video is going to lay it all out for you. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 essential steps every high school football athlete needs to take in order to make the most of their recruitment. Number 1, building a strong huddle highlight film. Number 2, creating and optimizing your X or Twitter account. Number 3, reaching out to coaches using a proven email template. Number 4, filling out recruiting questionnaires the right way. And number 5, developing consistent follow-up habits that keep you on a coach's radar. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to do, how to do it, and how to stand out in a crowded recruiting landscape. Let's get started. Step 1 is all about building your huddle highlight film. And this is probably one of the most important steps in the entire recruiting process. Your highlight tape is the first impression coaches get of you, so you want to make it count. That means putting your most eye-catching, explosive, and dynamic plays right at the front of your video. Coaches don't watch a highlight all the way through unless you grab their attention immediately. So those first 20 to 30 seconds need to show exactly what you can do. Speed, strength, ball skills, football IQ, whatever makes you stand out. This step is crucial because your highlight film becomes the foundation for every other part of your recruiting journey. When you make your X account in step 2, your highlight video is the first thing you'll pin. When you start emailing coaches in part 3, this is the link they'll click on. The same goes for filling out recruiting questionnaires in part 4 and following up consistently in part 5. Your film is the piece that ties everything together. So take your time, choose your best plays, and build a highlight that demands attention from the very first clip. Once you get this right, the rest of the recruiting process becomes a lot more effective. Step 2 is creating and optimizing your X account. This is your main platform for keeping coaches updated year-round. In today's recruiting world, coaches check X every single day. They want to see how you're performing, how you're improving in the off-season, and where you are in your recruiting journey. Your profile should be set up so a coach can understand who you are in 5 seconds. That means filling your bio with key information: your GPA, primary position, your graduating class, height and weight, the school you attend, your NCAA ID number, and both your head coach's phone number and your own. This gives coaches instant context and credibility. You should also pin your huddle highlight link right at the top of your profile so a coach can click your film the moment they land on your page. From here, start following as many coaches as you can, every level and every division. When you post updates, tag the coaches you want to see your progress. X is about visibility, and the more active and consistent you are, the more likely coaches will recognize your name before you ever send an email. This platform becomes your recruiting hub, and once it's set up right, every other step becomes seamless. Step 3 is all about reaching out to coaches with a strong email template. This is where real relationships start forming in the recruiting process. Your introduction email should give coaches a complete snapshot of who you are academically, athletically, and personally. Start with your academic profile, your GPA, any test scores you have, in your graduating class. Then highlight your athletic side, your position, measurables, key stats, awards, and on-field accomplishments. But don't just stop there. Coaches aren't just recruiting a player, they're also recruiting a person. Share what makes you unique, your character, leadership, work ethic, and values that set you apart from other recruits. After that, explain why you're interested in their program specifically. Ask to learn more about what they look for in players and whether there are any upcoming camps, junior days, or potential visits where you could connect in person. Showing genuine interest goes a long way, as relationships are everything in the recruiting world. The goal here is to master a template that works for you, one that clearly highlights your strengths, and then customize it for each school so coaches know your interest is real. Always remember to include 2 crucial things: the link to your huddle film and your head coach's contact information. That way, if a coach likes what they see, they can reach out to you on your behalf. When done right, this step can start to open doors for you as you start to establish important relationships. Step 4 is all about maximizing your recruiting questionnaires. This is probably one of the most overlooked steps in the entire process. Most athletes rush through these forms, but if you do them the right way, they can really help you stand out. The smartest move you can make is to write down all your answers in a Word document first. A lot of questionnaires repeat the same questions: athletic accolades, statistics, family information, academic details, measurables, and other basic personal background. If you organize everything in one place, you can copy and paste your answers quickly and consistently without forgetting important information. But here's the truth. Just filling out a questionnaire usually isn't enough to get real attention. Coaches look at hundreds, if not thousands of these forms. That's why the follow-up is the most important part. After submitting a questionnaire, send a follow-up email to the recruiting coordinator and your position coach using the same email template you built in part 3. Reintroduce yourself, let them know you completed their questionnaire, and include your huddle link and head coach's contact information. This helps coaches connect your name with the form they just received and gives them immediate access to your film. Taking that extra step shows you're organized, serious, and genuinely interested in their program, which instantly separates you from the average kid who just fills out the form and moves on. This is how you rise above the noise and stand out in the recruiting process. Step 5 is all about developing consistent follow-up habits. And this is where most recruits either separate themselves or fall off. The recruiting process isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes months, and for some athletes, even years. That's why persistence is your greatest weapon. Never be afraid to reach out to coaches who haven't responded yet. Just because they didn't reply the first time doesn't mean they aren't interested. Coaches are busy, and sometimes it takes that 5th or 6th email for them to finally click your huddle film. Your job is to stay consistent. Get in the habit of checking and sending emails on the regular. Keep posting content on X about your workouts, your progress, your film, and even your academics. Coaches love players who show discipline and growth over time. Every update you post and every follow-up email you send is another chance for a coach to see you. These habits will show you and everybody else how badly you really want it. Recruiting's a grind, no doubt, but the athletes who stay consistent, who keep putting themselves out there, and who never get discouraged, those are the ones who get noticed. In this process, you get out exactly what you put in. And that wraps up the 5 steps to taking control of your own recruiting journey. Remember, we talked about building a stand-up huddle highlight film, creating a strong X profile, reaching out to coaches with a professional email template, maximizing recruiting questionnaires, and developing consistent follow-up habits. If you put all 5 of these pieces together, you'll give yourself the best chance to stay on a coach's radar. Remember, recruiting isn't luck. It's preparation, persistence, and effort over time. Stay disciplined, stay hungry, and keep putting your name out there. If you follow these steps and stick with the process, you'll be surprised at how far it can take you. Now go chase your opportunity.